Hi, good afternoon. And today we're talking about and how to reduce carbon emissions in the city. My team is made up of Paulina Fernanda Esquivel Valles and
Ana Karen Palacios Victorino.
I will start by talking about what are carbon emissions. Carbon dioxide is Earth's most important greenhouse gas that absorbs and radiates heat, unlike oxygen or nitrogen, which make up most of atmosphere. Greenhouse gas absorb heat radiating from the Earth's surface and release in all directions, including back toward Earth's surface. Next. According to observations by the NOAA Global Monitoring Lab 2021, carbon dioxide is important because it was responsible for about two-thirds of the total heating influence of all human-produced greenhouse gases. Next. Causes 1. Transportations. 27% of 2020 greenhouse gas emissions primarily come from burning fossil fuels for our cars, trucks, ships, trains, and planes. Over 19% of the fuel used for transportation is petroleum-based, which include primarily gasoline and diesel. Next. 2. Electricity production. 25% of 2020 greenhouse gas emissions, approximately 16% of our electricity comes from burning fossil fuels, mostly coal and natural gas. Next, please. 3. Industry. 24% of 2020 greenhouse gas emissions come from burning fossil fuels for energy, as well as greenhouse gas emissions for chemical reaction to produce. Next, please. 4. Commercial and residential. 13% of 2020 greenhouse gas emissions come from fossil fuels burning for heat, the use of products that contain greenhouse gas, and the handling of waste. Next, please. 5. Agriculture. 11% of 2020 greenhouse gas emissions come from livestock such as cows, agricultural soils, and rice production. Next, please. 6. Land use and forestry. 14% of 2020 greenhouse gas emissions. Land areas can act as sink, absorbing carbon dioxide of atmosphere, absorbs of greenhouse gas emissions. In United States, since 1990, forests and other land have absorbed more carbon dioxide from the atmosphere than they emitted. Next.
As consequences, carbon emissions significantly affect the planet, as they are the greenhouse gas with the highest levels of emissions in the atmosphere. They cause climate change by trapping heat, leading to global warming and ultimately climate change. They also contribute to respiratory disease from smoke and air pollution. Food supply disruption and increased wildfires are other effects of climate change caused by greenhouse gases. And while an increase in carbon in the air can possibly affect plants and crops if the climate changes the land and causes droughts or other weather events in which crops and plants cannot survive, it can be detrimental to crop yields. Increased carbon dioxide levels can create nitrogen and carbon imbalances, minimizing necessary crop nutrients such as iron, zinc, and protein. The same problem also affects animals as climate change alters our environment and habitat certain animal species are eradicated. What measures are there to reduce CO2 emissions? By the main measures we can following use heating control, check the energy level, take advantage of renewable sources, calculate the carbon footprint, plant a tree, and switch to LED lighting. Emissions and trend. Since 1990, in US, greenhouse gas emissions decreased by 7%. In 2020, in US, greenhouse gas emissions decreased by 11% compared to 2019 levels. The sharp decline in emissions was primarily from CO2 emissions from fossil fuel combustion and was largely due to the coronavirus pandemic. Coronavirus pandemic included a 13% decrease in transportation emissions, driven by less travel. Electric power sector emissions decreased 10% due to a slight decrease in electricity demand and a continued shift from coal to renewable energies. Thank you.